Hello everybody, it's Adam and Eva here. It's a little dreary outside, so we're gonna brighten your day with a little half tortoise pose posture lab for today.
That's right, we're going to talk about half tortoise pose today, Ardha Kurmasana, one of the best postures for relaxation. In these stressful times, it's such a good posture. By bringing your forehead to the ground, you're in an inverted position. So you're increasing the lower part of your lungs, so that allows you to bring more blood circulation into the brain. One of the reasons it's also one of the greatest postures for relaxation is just like Atlas. We've seen pictures of Atlas holding the world above his hands. We hold tremendous amount of pressure, stress, tension in our shoulders. And in this posture, in the Bikram series, we keep our palms together, so it allows you to maximally stretch, burning away all of that tension, the pressure in the shoulders. So as soon as you come out of it, you feel so lighthearted because all of that tension has melted away. The other thing it's really good for is obviously stretching and toning down your abdomen as well as your thighs. To really get good core muscles, this is a really good posture. As you go down and as you come up, try to come up slow. And as you're working your muscles, your abdominal muscles, you're improving your digestive system, and this is a really, really great posture to help cure any indigestion. We can talk about stretching of the triceps, the latissimus dorsi, and other muscles of the body, but we've already talked about it in other postures, just like half moon pose, very similar because you're keeping your arms above your head. Also very similar benefits as well as in balancing stick pose. Very similar, all right? So now I'm going to get Eva to demonstrate this posture. So you're trying to keep your hips on your heels. Whether you can do that right now or not, that's okay. Sometimes you have atrophy in your muscles, you have atrophy in your joints and your tendons, so it's a little bit difficult to keep your hips on your heels. Whether you do that today, doesn't matter, but soon you'll get there. Because when was the last time you sat in this position, sitting down on your legs? Maybe some of us haven't done this since they were little kids. I remember when I first started practicing this yoga, I didn't sit like this. What about you, sister? When was the last time you sat like this before yoga?
This morning. Oh, before yoga, I don't know.
Right? So it's just getting into that range of motion. So as you bring your arms over your head, half of the benefits of this posture is by really learning to stretch up. Once again, we're talking about the benefits in the circulatory system, bringing blood and oxygen to the brain. So how do you do that? By keeping your lungs as open as you can. One of the two key techniques is as you go down, take a big exhale and go slow. You don't need to be a rush. As you go slow, keep your chin away from your chest. Now you keep your spine straight. Hold it there. You see how straight your spine is? This is phenomenal. And now you come down and you touch your forehead to the floor. You're trying to keep your hips on your heels. By keeping your hips on your heels, relaxing them, that's what gets into your digestive system. That's how you get the benefits in your digestive system, by keeping your hips on your heels. By touching your forehead to the floor, that's where you get the benefits, once again, of bringing blood oxygen into the brain. Your forehead is touching with the floor. You're pushing that into the floor. You're trying to get your wrists off the floor so only the tips of your baby fingers are touching the floor. And you stretch, stretch, stretch. Once again, burning away the tension here. Opening up your shoulder blade, scapula. You're trying to keep your palms together. Stretch, stretch. And you're always stretching. Very active. It's not a posture to be relaxing in it. It's through your activation. It's through your effort. It's by stretching you find relaxation. And as you come out slow. Arms are touching to your ears. Elbows are nice and locked. Her core is engaged. And her knees are together, which is a key technique. Arms down side hip. You're not even really squeezing your knees, forcing your knees together, because that's going to put too much pressure on your knees. But you're trying to keep awareness that your knees are together and your core is tight. Same thing with your heels. You don't need to keep your heels together side by side, because that puts too much pressure on your knees. If you can, that's great. If you can't, don't worry about it. Over time, you'll find a little bit more opening in the ligaments and the tendons under your ankles.
So Adam mentioned a key thing, that it's an active posture. It's not like a relaxation posture. And that's because you're constantly stretching up. As soon as your arms go up, you maintain that length. You could see right away, if I'm letting go of that tension, then I'm going to start disengaging right away. What goes? Core, quickly. Rounding in the spine, and you're coming back to this kind of rounding position that we do most of the day. So you're trying to counteract that, realign it. So arms over the head and keep stretching up, and I'm going to show the difference between keeping it engaged on the bottom and relaxed. So this is engaged like this, and you could see it, and this is not engaged. This is a bit more relaxation posture. And why does this not help as much? Because same thing, you're getting all of that curvature, you're not getting that openness, you're not getting that openness in the shoulders, in the spine strengthening. All of the benefits are when you continuously stretch and stretch. Keep it active.
So some students ask us when it's important to touch your forehead on the floor and keep your hips on your heels. Very good question. Who do you love more, your mom or your dad?
Adam or Eva? Always the answer is Eva.
Right? So sometimes you want to work on touching your forehead onto the floor first, and sometimes you want to keep working your hips on your heels. Why? Because I just like I explained it a little bit earlier. The more you keep your hips on your heels, really get into your digestive system. The more you get your forearm on the floor, you get the benefits of bringing blood flow to your brain in inversion posture in class. So you try to do your best you can. One set, try forehead on the floor. The other set, try hips on your heels. And as your body starts shifting, one day you'll be able to do both.
So I'll try to demonstrate it there. So you've seen the one with hips on the heels. Now if you don't have that kind of flexibility in your shoulders especially and in your hips, and your hips do come to rise, it's fine if they come up like this. Keep your arms with the ears and bring the forehead on the floor like this. But keep that stretching, that lengthening, chin away from your chest that we saw in the first part, and your hips will come up. That's fine, that's normal, but get the benefits.
And how do you get your hips on your heels? You're active with your arms, but at the same time you're learning to relax your hips back onto your heels. It's through the relaxation of the lower part of the body you're able to bring your hips closer to your heels. But at the same time, you're being very active with your arms, right? Never forcing anything, but finding that balance. And ideally, when you're in this posture, you can see the hips are touching with your heels. Your stomach is on your thighs. The chest is being pressed onto the knees. Your forehead is being pushed into the ground. There's a connection. It's not a forceful connection, but you're aware, you're pressing, there's a connection in all parts. So as you come up, Eva, so Eva kind of mentioned about low curving. This goes into the energetics of the posture. We hold so much responsibility and obligations of other people in our lives, and that's why we started lowering, twisting, turning, compromising the integrity of our spine, because we hold so much obligations and responsibilities from others. We can't make anyone else happy. It's not your responsibility to make anyone happy. All you can do is take care of yourself. So be confident. Keep your heart up, keep your chin up, confidence, and you're doing the best you can for yourself. If you take care of yourself, guess what? You're going to inspire other people to take care of themselves. By touching your forehead to the floor, you're activating your pineal gland. You're clearing away your mind. It's very grounding, allowing you to let go of any negative emotions that you may have, anger, jealousy, all of these things. By touching your forehead to the ground, breathing through it and relaxing, letting go of all those negative tensions, emotions, and reactions. Very simple posture, but a very powerful posture. And this really sets you up for the last couple postures in class. You know, at this point, you're probably about like 70, 75 minutes into class, so you might feel a little bit tired. So that's why you do this posture to help you for the next couple postures, the big ones, especially camel pose and rabbit pose.
Yeah, so stay in the game, you're close to the end. Use your eyes as your guide to keep the focus, keep that strength in the upper body, and then you'll see the body will continue to open up and heal and gain strength and all of the things that you're looking for, but give it the time, give it the strength, give it all of your effort. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.